So
Go work it out.
yeah, Joe over there work it out. So after y'all moved here, what's the first house you remember? I mean, did y'all stay with somebody?
But no, yeah, Mama and Mama and Rachel
Mm.
had started having children. How much she had? She must have about two, two bad boys or something.
Mm.
But then we live on 12th Street, so we lived there with Mama, because Bert had to go back to Nassau because he wasn't a citizen.
Oh,
After we married, he wasn't a citizen, so he had to go back to Nassau
for how many years?
a year.
Oh, 1 year.
A year. My sister helped get him over here. She
Oh,
filled out the papers and everything, and she got him over here
oh.
1 year. And the year he come, I had went over to see him before he came over, but I got pregnant during the time I went over, and I was about 9 months pregnant when he, just about 7, 8 months when he came over here from Nassau, and he got a job right to Three Sisters right when he got here.
Three sisters?
Yeah, the store.
Oh, that's the name of the store. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
And when he did that?
He worked in the girls' department and everything. He had a job there.
Oh, okay.
And we stayed with Mama on 12th Street for quite a while. We
So
stayed
and that was with his mom. That was with
my mother.
your mother.
Yeah.
Now, I heard she was kind of tough with granddaddy a little bit. Was that true?
Who, my mother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they can't stand one another.
Yeah, so because she was kind of like protective of her kids, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So
I was so glad when I moved out.
So you had Uncle Bert there, and who else was a few kids?
Donald and Kirk. I had 3 children before I could move out from there.
Wow.
Before we could get out and get. First, after that, the 3 children, we moved into a sister house and stayed there till Bert got an apartment. And we moved from her house out here to Rivera apartment on not too far over there.
Okay. So you had an apartment by yourself?
Yeah, by ourselves. Because Bert and Mama couldn't get along.
Yeah, they couldn't get along. She was kind of just protective.
She wanted to take care of her. She wanted to take over, and wasn't gonna let Bert ain't gonna let her do that.
Right.
And especially Michael. Michael. Yeah.
Probably.
Michael one got sick with a cold all the time.
Oh.
And Mama would take over. She just take over Michael because, and Bert couldn't tell her nothing about it. He couldn't beat her. He couldn't tell nothing.
Yeah.
It was a mess. I was so glad when I moved.
Yeah. You love your mama, but
I love her,
in
but
the house.
You love your mother, but when she want to take over, rule, he wasn't that type of man. He wasn't gonna let her rule, although he was easy.
Yes, I got you.
But he wouldn't let her take over his manship.
Right.
And that's why I was glad to. Oh, I was so happy when we moved out.
Yeah.
And I could stand and do what I wanted to do and say what I wanted to say because I couldn't fight against Bert and fight against my mama.
Yeah, too much. Now, when y'all moved over here, I heard what you told me. You didn't even know this house was even being built.
No. We were staying with still staying with Mama. But we had moved out to the sister house, but we couldn't stay there because it was too much. She was just so she wasn't keeping it clean, and Bert couldn't stand it. So we moved back in the house with Mama now. And so during that time, Bert had Maxine. Norma's daddy. What's his name?
I don't know.
To start building the house.
Right.
And his mother, he must have borrowed so much money from his mother.
Granddaddy did? Oh, yeah.
And his sister. I remember him paying her another $100, so he must have borrowed from their mama and his sister. And man, he started building his house. And I didn't even know his house was going up. This house was finished when I come to see it. Bert come to see it.
He was that type of man.
He didn't want nobody to be in his business. I didn't know a thing. I didn't know he had bought the lot and everything. See, if he had me in that, I would have had him buy that lot next door. Because the lots was cheap, $500, I think, or $400, something like that then.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me nothing.
You could have had an extra lot.
I walked into a new home.
Wow. So what was your reaction?
I was shocked.
But you was happy.
I was happy though. I was happy because I was out of conflict with Bert and my mama.
Yeah.
Because they fuss all the time.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say too much to her. He just ignored. But I didn't like that because he just ignored so much.
Yeah. You knew he wasn't
happy.
All the way happy. He wasn't all the way comfortable.
Yeah, he wasn't comfortable because Mama wanted to run. See, maybe see, Mama was the type of person that she run her husband. She take care of her husband. She beat her husband and done everything.
Yeah.
So she thought she could do the same thing. Run Bert.
I think you told me a story one time that she was beating one of your daddy or your stepdaddy, and you hear him screaming, "Oh, your Jesus!" I said,
Maybe my stepdad. That wasn't much he liked it. I guess that's what she didn't.
She was pretty tough. Lady.
Yeah.
She ain't play.
She didn't. She didn't pray. And Mama was something else because she ruled my daddy, so she thinks she could rule all men.
Yeah, and she, he was a different person. He wasn't going for that.
Bert wasn't going for that. He was so glad. We were so different when we moved out here. He was so happy.
Yeah. So you bought 3 kids over. You bought Uncle Bert. You bought Uncle Duke. It must be Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, I bought all of them, but Jeff. Jeff
Mike
was
and
born.
Sterling.
Sterling and Jeff.
Sterling and Jeff.
Sterling and Jeff was the only one born. Yes, I know Jeff born there because I bought. He born. Sterling, I think Sterling born in the hospital too. I think. Just Jeff born there.
Oh, okay. So Uncle Jeff was actually born in the house, or maybe the hospital.
No, he born in. 2 of them born in the house. Must be Sterling and Jeff must have born in the house. There was 2 of them born in the house because I had doctors with them. I didn't go to the hospital. Just 3 were born in the hospital. 3 was born at home.
3 was born at home. 3 born in the hospital.
Yeah. A white doctor with Jeff and Donna. Oh, did Jeffrey born? Jeffrey born in the hospital? Did Jeffrey born in the hospital?
I don't know. He might have been. He was the last one.
I tell you what. No. It was Kurt born, not Kurt.
I know Daddy said he was born behind Zelfa place. That's what I thought Daddy told me. Behind Zelfa place in the mid.
Yeah, Jeff born in West Palm Beach.
Hospital.
Jeff born in the hospital. No, Jeff was born with the doctor.
In the hospital.
No, at home.
Here.
No, the 21st Street.
Oh, 21st Street.
Yeah.
So
Jeff was born in the house at 21st Street. Bert. Bert was the only one born. Bert was the one born in the hospital. That's the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Kurt born at home too on 21st Street.
21st is your mom's place, right? Yeah.
God, that's a long time ago.
I know that's been a long time. So after you moved out your mama house, then you had your own apartment. But you had went back. That's the thing is, you had went back. You probably had the kids there. So when y'all were living in that apartment alone, y'all didn't have kids.
I didn't have no children apartment, no.
Oh, okay. No. So in between all that, you kept having kids at your mom's place.
Yeah, mama place. I had. No, Jeffrey was born in the hospital because I had to bring him home. He was born because the doctor take care. No, the doctor. I had the doctor with Jeff. Yeah. I had the doctor. No, I didn't.
It's been a long time. You
No, I didn't. Because the doctor with on one home. Jeff was in the hospital.
Jeff, because he was the last one. He probably was.
Jeff went on because I remember Bert telling the boys that I had the baby and they asked what the baby was. They said boy. They said shut. They didn't care. They didn't want no more boys. Bert said, well, there's a boy. Your mama had a boy. No, we don't want no boy. It was Jeff. Yeah, I remember it was Jeff. Jeff wasn't born in the hospital.
Wow. He the only one.
Bert born in the hospital.
Yeah, Uncle Bert, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bert born in the hospital.
I know my daddy said, I thought my daddy said he was born behind Zelfa place. That's what I thought he said. You know that 2-story place he's there?
Yeah, Michael.
I thought
that's where Michael born. You're right.
That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, that's where Michael born. Michael born at home. Bert born in the hospital. Just 2 born in the hospital. Bert.
And the last one.
And Jeff. Yeah, but the other one born in the house. The doctor take care of 2 of them. And the midwife take care of 1. I remember that.
Oh,
a midwife take care of Kirk, I think. I think the midwife, Bert born in the hospital, then I had Kirk, but the midwife take care of Kirk. One went by, yeah. What happened to them so fast? I tell you.
Well, they was like 2 years apart, or 2, 3 years apart. Yeah, I think only Jeff had the biggest gap.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, I mean, Nesta Sterling. I don't know. I mean, how close are they age?
Just 2 years apart.
Oh, so all of them basically 2 years apart. That's a lot of kids at one time.
Yeah.
Back to back, 2 years. You had no time to rest.
I know one sister, our circuit overseer. I forgot their name now. They did. Somebody tell me they died. Both of them died. Mm-hmm. They was old, and they was so mature in the truth. But I must have was pregnant, but one of my children going on service one day, and she told me, "Sis, you don't no time to have no children. Why are you pregnant again?" Mm-hmm. I said, "Well, I can't. I didn't have it. I mean, I didn't try to." She said, "Well, you don't need to be having all them children because we living in the time of the end." She embarrassed me so bad.
Yeah, you ain't like that.
But I didn't like it because I didn't know the truth that much.
Right.
Because I thought it was a blessing for me to have children, you know. Mm-hmm. But she talked so bad about it. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. She ain't know we had another 60, 70 years to live. Your kid's 70 years old now. So yeah, every little time at the end, but I had time to raise them. But that was a train of thought back then, you know.
Oh yeah,
we all live in the time in NMB, but
yeah,
you still have a lot of time left.
It's still got time.
We still don't know what the time is now.
Yeah, I mean, time is short, but we still don't know when it's going to, you know.
But that wasn't her place to judge you.
But she judged. I mean, that was
especially in service like that.
Yeah, I was in the back of a Jeep, like sitting in the back, and she was sitting in the front. And she tell me, "And you pregnant again?" Mm-hmm. I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Well, ain't no time to have no children. It's the time we're living in." Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't know better. All I know is the truth. All I know then it was the truth, you know, and learn the truth by myself, you know. So I thought it was so hurtful. But I didn't say nothing because I feel like I had respect for older people.
Oh, she was older than you.
Yeah, she was much around about 55, 60. They was old. Some of the old circuit overseers.
Right.
I heard they died a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Because speaking on that, I mean, not to say too much, you know, too deep about it, but you pretty much was brought into the truth kind of on your own.
I learned the truth by myself.
Yeah, I mean
that's the heavenly. I could tell part of that. And the circuit overseer, we were sitting to a dining room table over the Lord's house, and we was talking about experience, and everybody was telling the experience. And it come to my time to tell my experience, and the circuit overseer didn't believe it. But it's the truth. Zephyr started studying with Regina. We was living on 12th Street. I just had little bird, a baby, yeah. And was it that time or before? Was it before that? No, it was older than that. But anyhow, I know I had bird. And Regina was studying with Zephyr. Carlton was a real good partner, and he was journeying to live on premises because she never had come from Nassau. Then she was on probation or whatever they call it,
right,
from Nassau.
Right.
But she was living on premises. But on her day off, she would come on Thursdays and to our house because we was Bahamians. She knowed us, you know. So she started studying with Carlton, and Zephyr went along with her. But Regina take her stand for the truth right away and got baptized. And so Zephyr started studying, but I had little bird, and I didn't study at all. But Zephyr learned. She would come and tell me, "Francis, you know what Journey told me today, that we wasn't going to heaven." I said, what you mean, Zephyr? She said, "We not going to heaven." I said, "This earth's going to be a beautiful paradise." I said, "Oh, don't believe that stuff. You know, that people come around here." Because Mr. Brother Francis used to come by every once in a while and stop and give Zephyr a magazine to him, watch out or something like that. But I never did take any magazine. So Journal would come every Thursday and study, but when she learned something, she would tell Zephyr. But I never got into it or nothing like that. Cause Mama, after Mama had all of a sudden, she used to cuss us out and all that. Yeah.
Oh, your mom did?
Yeah, learning all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she say. Yeah. Don't come in with that shit. Learn all that shit. You go to church.
So your mom was a church going woman.
She wasn't that big a church going woman. She belongs to the church because all of us belongs to the church, but we never.
Yeah.
Because that means Zephyr never did pay our dues, and they put us out the church because we didn't pay our dues anyhow.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Mama said she don't come in with that shit. Learn that shit. So Zephyr keep on studying. Zephyr didn't pay attention to Mama. She said it once in a while, but she didn't say it all the time.
Right. She wasn't.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah. So Zephyr learned it too. Then Journey started with Zephyr. And I don't know whether Zephyr started going to the hall or what. I guess she's supposed to start going to the hall, but she take us to stand quit going to the hall. But I didn't. I was having baby. Well, I had Bertram, and I think I had another one during that time after Bert came from Nassau. But Journey keeps studying with Zephyr and Zephyr, and this woman over here, Louise. Bo. This boy was studying with the pioneer was studying with Rejourner, and she saw him. She liked him because he was brown skinned, and she feel like she could, because she was a little whore, you know. So she wanted him to study with her. So he went over several times to study with her, but all she wanted to get next to him. Could she get it? But he didn't want it. Right. So she told me, she said, Francis, come on, this fella invited me to the talk. Now, Zephyr and Bert never invite me, never to invite me to go to the Kingdom Hall. And I had a little bird, so she said, come on, go with me, let's go hear what he got to say. You know, I said, okay, I'll go with you. And that's the first time I went to the Kingdom Hall with her, with that woman.
That somebody that didn't want the truth. Okay.
Yeah, anyhow, she invited me to the talk, and I heard the brother talk, and I didn't stop. From that day to the women's club I went, I never did stop. And Bertie have never asked me to go to the Kingdom Hall with him.
Never.
Or invite me to.
So once this is so amazing to me. Once he seen you there,
he didn't say a word. Just like he just brought me there.
And just
like, he never asked me. Now when we get ready after I learned the truth by myself and everything, they was going to assembly. Then he would get ready to get me. You know, we going to the assembly. You know, you going to the assembly? Yeah, go on. But I got myself ready. Got my turn ready. He never helped me get the turn ready to go to the assembly. He never helped me to the assembly. Yeah. I learned the truth by myself. I didn't know hell was the grave. The grave, yeah. Bertie taught me not one thing about Jehovah. Not one thing. He never sat down on the chair and teach and got the Bible and showed me something. Now that's a God Jehovah knows.
Jehovah knows that's true. So what you learn is what you learn.
When I learned the truth, that's why I give people the devil. When I learned the truth, I learned the truth for myself. Right. I had no study or nothing.
But when you got baptized, somebody had to study with you.
No.
Okay. So back then it was kind of like once you just say I'm dedicating myself.
When you say you want to be baptized, you go get baptized. That's all.
Get in the water and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I never had no study. I never had nobody do nothing with truth. Yeah. I learned the truth. That's why I could give help, because I learned the truth for myself.
And probably that was a better way. Because if you were just tagging along with your husband, who knows?
I used to be burdened by the truth.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
After I learned the truth, know what was right and wrong, and I used to tell him about it, because I know he called to my sister, and my sister never did. She used to send magazines over here, and Zephyr used to read them, but I never did pick up one. And he was after I married Bird. Married Bird and went to the Bahamas to see Bird. And they was having a meeting. I said, I ain't going to that mess in her house. You know, I went to see Bird, and they have a meeting. It was Tuesday or Wednesday night. And Bird said, you could go in there. No, I ain't going to never hear that junk.
That was you said.
That's what I said. But they never did. My sister never did tell me about the truth or nothing. My husband never did tell me. About the truth. Zephyr would study. She never would say nothing.
But his sister, Brandhilda, how did she come into the truth?
You mean Bert's sister?
Yeah.
Well, the people, Sister Mother and them, she used to go to Nassau a lot. They used to go to Nassau.
Your sister used to go over there.
A lot, yeah.
And they knew his sister.
Yeah.
And so his sister, Brandhilda, came to the truth before you?
Brandhilda did after me.
After you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She came in after me, but.
So your brother, your husband, on Granddad never spoke to his sister about it. It was your sister that spoke to your sister, his sister about it. So he never.
My sister spoke to Zephyr, but not his sister because his sister just learned the truth after I did.
And that wasn't through Granddad. That was through your sister.
Yeah. No, not Brandhilda. Yeah, because Brandhilda lived on the island. She used to go to Nassau, on vacations, and she learned the truth like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from my sister in Nassau and Brother Murray. Because Murray was good on that too.
I heard he was a good man.
He came over here. Was this house? I think, after we moved in this house, he came over and wanted to talk to Bert about the children because Bert never had studied with the boys. And he come and he say, Francis, you need to have studies with those boys, all those boys. They don't have no study. But Bert didn't ever take no time to have no study with no boys.
Yeah.
He never picked up the Bible for me.
Yeah. I guess he was so focused. I mean, I'm not making no excuse for him, but if he would have thinking about it again or had another chance to do it again, I should say another word, he probably, especially these times now, they tell you not to focus on your family.
Right.
Back then, it was so new. You're so focused on the congregation, your family's lagging behind.
That's what he was focused on, the congregation.
Yeah, and even up to like, I say 15, 20 years ago, they say, look, you gotta get your family together.
That's right.
You pulling the congregation along, but your family's lagging behind.
That's right.
And so he had that issue, and a lot of other brothers had that issue.
He didn't. Back then, he was more for the ones in the congregation and go and find people who halfway the truths and would journal them and seal them. How they seal them so high-minded. I know all of them with all of them done.
Yeah.
And the other sister, she's sick now too. Jean, all of them used to hang out together, drunk us together. But and you know what? If I was a jealous woman,
you would have been
out and Bonnie and all of them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so
partying.
Yes, but see, I never did. That's why it don't bother me what they say going and doing this because I never did it.
That's right.
When I was 17 when I got married, going on 18, and I started having children, and they had to take care of children. I couldn't socialize like how Bert. He didn't have no bound to stay and take care of children. It was me. I done all to take care of them. But all he wanted was be with Jern and them, and they talked the truth now. And Brother Graham and Sister Graham, they were down with the truth now.
But they down with partying too.
and the house used to be full of nothing but wine and all. All of them were big shot together. I never socialized with. That's why it don't bother me.
Yeah.
I had to take care of my children. They used to ride up and down the street. I say, Lord have mercy. They go and they see the car full of them women. Bert the only man in him and Brother Graham in the bunch. He got all these women. If I was a jealous woman,
it would have been bad.
I would have beat all of them up.
It'd been bad.
But I wasn't.
You was confident.
And that's why you see Bonnie liked me and said she must take Bertie must take Bonnie to Nassau.
Yeah.
Them in Nassau.
Yeah. I heard he had a bunch of them.
But
you a different woman, guys.
If I was, and that's why the brother was
shocked. Most men ain't going for that. Most women ain't going for that.
One man, the brothers, when I was telling the brother about how I learned the truth, he said, Sister Russell, I don't believe it. I said, brother, you could believe it.
You better believe it. That's the truth.
I said, you could believe it. I said, I have never had nobody had a Bible study with me. The little I know, I couldn't read that good, but the little I could do, I learned it for myself. Attend all my meetings and tend to my children. I said, I learned the truth for myself. That's why I'm a happy person.
That's what I'm saying. You got it for yourself.
Yeah.
You didn't follow behind your husband.
No.
That's why to this day, because Granddaddy died in the 80s. What if you was weak because you just following him? You would have fell off a long time ago.
Like this sister, who was husband died and Bonnie. After husband died, they grieve and they grieve in 2 and 3 weeks. They can't do this. Bert died Saturday. I was in the Kingdom on Sunday.
Strong.
What about home back? And Fred over her husband died. So the nigga died. He wasn't, you know.
And plus, you seen it coming too, so that was different. It wasn't a shock.
No, it wasn't no shock.
And you almost like relieved that he wasn't in pain no more.
That's right. Bert wasn't no pain. I take care of him. He was sick, and I take care of him. And he had a good time.
Yeah.
He enjoyed the truth. Bert enjoyed the truth.
He did.
And I didn't bother him. I didn't. Yeah. He know I didn't bother him. Yeah. I was happy taking care of my children, cleaning my house. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah.
He took care of you.
Yeah, I didn't need nothing. Anything I wanted, I could have get. You know.
Right.
Brand Hill will come over here if they say I need anything. They get. You know. Right. Give me money to buy what I want. Right. You know. So I was kind of spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of spoiled. Not that bad, but kind of spoiled. But no, I learned the truth. From 18 years old, I started the truth. I enjoy the truth. Mm-hmm. Nobody can tell me nothing. Just do this and do. Mm-hmm. That's why I could tell them all about this. Someday this. I said, "Shall I learn the truth for yourself?" Mm-hmm. You know. Self was good too. She didn't ever push me either. She never pushed me.
No, you said she never really at all. No. Because if it wasn't for the lady across the street, it would never happen.
It never happened. That's right.
I mean, it probably would take some time.
Time. Maybe time would have tell. But yeah. That's the first person I ever went to the Kingdom Hall. She encouraged me to go to the Kingdom Hall. Had his brother give a talk. And she ain't been back said. But from that Sunday, I ain't stopped. Never did stop. I saw it. I said, "Oh, this sound good from what I know." I said, "It sound good." And after that, then Zephyr, when she studied it, she'll tell me certain things. You know, she'll say certain things. Right. You know, but not really get down to it like I would need to study or anything. They never did do that. Mm-mm. Right. No, but I appreciate. That's why Corey, I appreciate the truth. Because nobody could tell me nothing but what they can't do and they can't do. They say, "You do it if you want to do it."
Yeah. Now some of them trips like to New York, like what's one good story like going to the big assemblies that you can. Well, I think you remember Myron told me a story one time that y'all lost my daddy.
Donna.
Uncle Duke.
Donna.
So what happened that?
Well, Bert's so busy. I had to take all the children. I had to have him by, so I got to take him to the bathroom. I had to take care of him. Bert, he there finding his friends and doing what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And Bert, Jeffrey, Donna we must have been to the bathroom. Donna got misplaced or something. Oh. And I couldn't find him. So when Bert come in, Donna, I said, "I can't find him." Oh, I don't know, somebody must have lost and found him. Somebody found him.
How many hours he was lost?
He lost a whole meeting. You know, the whole session out, the whole session, was out until the session started again. And Bert come and sit down where Donna, I couldn't find Donna. I don't know where Donna at.
So where his older brothers was at?
Sitting there by me.
Oh, they were all there?
They was all there.
So how he get lost out of that?
I don't know. I don't know whether he went to the bathroom. They came to the bathroom. But all I know, he was lost.
He was gone.
And some sisters not too long ago told me they saw Donald. Somebody was there.
They say that at that convention?
Yeah. Somebody told me they saw it. That's Sister Russell's boy.
Yeah.
And they told me Don was lost. And did you find him? Yeah. Somebody found him. I was going to run around and look for him. I said somebody would have found him. Right. But Donald one got lost.
Yeah, he got lost at the convention.
Yeah. Donald one got lost. But Bert was sitting. Well, Bert never a person runner.
He ain't walking around too much?
No, he ain't done that.
He got it.
But Kirk and Michael, they all run. I'll sit there and tell them, now this is where I'm sitting. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to the bathroom, and come back find him. But I don't know what happened to Don. Whether he went with Bert or went with one of them, and they misplaced him or what. Mm-hmm. But they come to me and say Don was lost. So I said, what I can do?
Yeah. All these people?
Yeah, all these people I can,
That was in New York too.
Yeah.
Right? At the Yankee Stadium, or something like that. Yeah.
I said, well, ain't nothing I can do. The police will have to find him.
I mean, truthfully.
Yeah, I can do nothing. What can I do?
I mean, best for him to get up and go look for him.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Bert went to look for. He might have been looking for him. He might care.
So that, but back in those days, y'all used to stay in people's houses, right?
Child, some of the nastiest houses.
Oh, no way.
Oh, Corey.
I thought you said it wasn't good situations.
Oh, so many. We had to move several times.
Was?
People just nasty. The house just nasty.
No, I'm saying just people that they assigned. I mean, how did they know y'all was coming?
Well, you know, during that time, they used to go from house to house getting rooms for the assembly.
Also, if people that's in that area would go around and ask people, "Can you take these people
the
in?"
Congregation, you in the congregation, or you in a group.
Oh, okay.
We worked like from door to door.
Right.
And we would ask people, do you have a room, you know, for the assembly? Say we're gonna have an assembly, a meeting or something. Do you have a room you want to rent or something? How much it is? Mostly be $1 a night or something like that because it wasn't high then.
Right.
But them black people was nasty. And you know, if you're gonna rent a room, you're gonna clean the room up for people. You know, people coming.
Right.
You know, but something like that. So we were in this. That was before we got to. Journal Mama. Francine Mama lived over in where she was living over in
Francine. Over in I forget the area, somewhere north.
Yeah. So we had to they was having an assembly over there, and so well it was really. I had 5, 6 children, and so we had to get 2 rooms, or get like 2 a room with a double bed, whatever. And we went and got this room, and they invited. Yeah, we got a room. Bert done it because I was back there with the children. Bert got the room, but he didn't go and look in the room. And child, when I got the stuff, we went to the car and got the stuff into the room. The room was so they had no mattress on, no spread on no shit on the bed, and it was dirty. And the bathroom we had 2 sticks to hold it up.
Oh, what?
The toilet up, the bathroom. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and the bed, the mattress was dirty. I told Bert, oh no, I couldn't sit here. I couldn't let my children sleep here. Because during that time, I used to carry blankets and sheets and all that stuff. Because we used to have to get rooms. It ain't like now. Later we could go to the hotels.
Right.
But during that time, when I first coming into truth, you couldn't go in no hotel. Black people didn't go in no hotel. Right. And so you used to get the room from the black people in the area, you know. And it was so, but I carry all sheets and blankets and stuff like that. And I told Bert, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I can't stay here. So then we moved over in St. Pete. Bert got up. He did. He would do that. He was very clean, and so he said, okay, say I'll let me go over in St. Pete. Say, can I
find another place? Wow.
So he went over to find 2 bedrooms for us, nice bedrooms, and. I said, that's all right. I said, no, I ain't gonna sleep. And that's not the only time. A lot of time, during the time.
I can imagine.
A lot of time we used to go and get rooms, and the rooms be so dirty, we have to leave. We couldn't stay in there. Yeah. It's be too filthy.
The people you would think they would do better.
And you paying them. All they have to do is clean it up, you know, and you pay them.
For a couple of days.
Yeah.
Or overnight, maybe. Just passing through.
Yeah, passing through sometime. And so that's what we do. And Bert couldn't stand asking us no how. Now he take up for that. Now he'll do that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be filthy.
He ain't gonna sleep in no filth. Yeah. Bert went to the bathroom, had to go. He said, no, Francis. I said, we got to go. The toilet on 2 sticks, you know, holding 2 sticks. Right. He said, no, we got to go. Right. So all through my lifetime, I come to a lot the truth. I come to the truth to stay in the truth. Love the truth. I did. I really did.
I mean, definitely, like I say, for taking it up on your own, that was the best thing. For him, if he would have dragged you into the truth, it might have been a different story.
It might have been different, yeah. It might have been.
Yeah, but you saying like, okay, what's going on? You were curious on your own.
Right.
So that's what it was deep in your heart,
that's
not
right.
Somebody else's heart. So that was good.
Brittany asked me not one time to go to a meeting. During the whole time, all the time I get ready to go by myself, get my children ready, and go to the meeting. When we was on 21st Street, going to that little Kingdom Hall, and I had to drive. Bert really learned me how to drive, so I could have.
Little Bert,
because Bert would get in the car and go and leave us. and I had the children.
So I guess he had to be there early or something.
Yeah, I guess so. And if he wasn't ready, well, it's too bad because he'll just leave us. So I didn't force her to carry on. I just prayed to Jehovah and Bert learned me how to drive. Little Bert.
Because back then on 21st Street, that was, y'all rented out a building, right?
Yeah, that building, yeah, right on 21st and Tamara.
Right.
We was downstairs though.
Right.
But Rivera congregation, I heard was using upstairs.
Okay.
But we used downstairs.
Right. Right.
And it was a little nice. It was nice.
So from there, did we go across the street? The 13th?
No.
It was right over here.
Rivera must have been out here, but we never did. When we came out here, when Palm Beach group came out here, they had already built a Kingdom Hall.
Right on 10th Street? Oh, good. So y'all went from there to here? That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that one, 13th Street, we never used that one as coming up.
That's White. White, you see.
So we, as a family, we never been.
No.
I remember visiting. I remember going.
You might visit, but we never.
Never really went in there.
Because they weren't particular about you over there. They had the Kingdom Hall there, but I don't think the black was too
welcome.
They weren't welcome.
Wow.
Some of them went there for a while, but they wasn't welcome.
So a lot of white people stayed on that side during that time. There was a lot of white people in there. Oh, okay. So that's what was going on.
Yeah, but in the black didn't have no Kingdom Hall, but the white didn't want them over there in the Kingdom Hall.
Wow.
And they had a Kingdom Hall in West Palm Beach.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. The black didn't go there either. We had to go in different little nasty holes and have a meeting and things. Didn't have no Kingdom Hall. Go on the beach and have the meeting, and they never did invite the black to come and journey, you know. They didn't. That time, and then when we had assembly, I don't know, I was thinking you was born then, but we had assembly in West Palm Beach, segregated. They had, you sit on one side, they sit on the
in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, in West Palm Beach. And I know I was pregnant with Jeffrey. I think I was pregnant with Jeffrey. Jeffrey, the last one, huh? It must have was Jeffrey. Yeah, it must have was Jeffrey. I was heavy, really heavy, and I got so tired. And I told Bert, I said, I'm so tired, you know, because sitting in the chair, jam up in the chair. I said, I just got to go downstairs. I said, get one of those lounge chairs and lay in it a while before I could rest myself a little bit. He said, okay, go on down there. I went down there, this white man come there. You sitting there, it's a brother now. You laying in there? I said, yeah. I said, I'm so tired. I said, well, you can't lay there. You can't sit there. We're not allowed to, to mix. I said, well, brother, let me tell you something. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to lay here until I get ready to go. Now you can go do whatever you feel like doing. I said, I'm not going. Then he left. I couldn't lay, now this the black, this the seat over, this the thing over here, and the black over here, and the white over here, but you couldn't sit there because the white was there. Wow. It was a mess.
Yeah, that was that. For y'all to survive that era was commendable.
Oh, child.
You had to really love Jehovah.
Oh, child, I'm telling you.
You understand? You know, everybody couldn't do that, guy. Y'all was a special group of people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And white now come back in, and I look at him, I say, yeah. That's why, say someone be funny with you. She says, I'm not funny with them. I said, but this is the way how they
no, it's a history.
Yeah. You know, just like the lady I worked for in Jupiter, she used to live on 12th Street, but she moved to Jupiter now, and I did work a little while with her. And she said, Francis, you know, are you prejudiced? I said, yeah. She said, shut up, Francis. Well, you so nice. I said, yeah, I'm just prejudiced you. You prejudiced? I'm prejudiced. She said, Francis, I don't believe it.
But she said, because you're so nice, you can't be prejudiced.
Yeah, I can't be prejudiced. I said, honey, I'm so prejudiced.
Trust and believe me.
Trust me. Because my mama taught us. Now, that's one thing about mama. She had no education. That's one thing about her. But honey, she tell you right. So she was just prejudiced to any white man, anybody. She said she didn't take no police on none of them.
Yeah. And can you blame them?
No.
You can't blame them. That time, the people didn't like you.
Boy, but I tell you, and I grew up in Belgrade with just maybe black people, but just white people was my boss. But they had was more respect for my mother because she didn't play.
She didn't play. Huh?
No, she. Then that's where I got it from. I think.
Yeah.
You know, because she said I have respect for them, but they don't have respect for me too.
Right.
You know, and I was like that. That's why I'm glad I learned the truth.
Okay. Speaking about mamas, Mama Chrissy, how y'all relationship was?
I was very nice to her because she was my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But she was so mean.
She was mean.
She was sitting in that chair right there, and I think it was Parker, one of the brothers, come. She thought every man come through in here I was going with. You know, she was so jealous. She was sitting right in that chair right there and say something and hawk and spit on the floor.
At Brother Parker?
No, just hawk because she was mean. She thought I was going with these brothers or something. Hawk and spit right there. When we had that shag then.
Yeah, the green stuff.
I had to get that, but I didn't say nothing. I just cleaned it. But I told Bert about it. You know, Bert didn't say nothing because he ain't gonna say nothing no how. But
that's his mom.
That's his mom, and he didn't know how to talk to his mama no how. So.
Oh, they didn't have the.
No, they ain't had no good conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I had more talking with a relationship with her, and he did.
Yeah.
But I treat her just as I treat her good because I want to show respect for her, you know. Yeah. And she really liked me, but she thought these men come in here that they like me, so she didn't like that, you know. Because she must have mentioned somebody they must have was going with me or something like that, popping her. But they wasn't. They all was playing the Bird. Right. They come to see Bird, not me.
Yeah. Now, did she how often did she come down?
About every two. She came here. She been here about during the whole time about 3 times, 2 or 3 times. The last time she came, she was sick. She had a stroke, and she stayed about 6 months.
Did she die here?
No, she went back home. Oh. But she had a bad stroke. I had to take care of her for about 6. No, not 6 months. About 3 months. I take care of her. And then Brand Hiller came and got her and take her back over there. Oh. But I told them to bring her over to help them a little bit, you know.
Yeah, give her a break.
Yeah, give Brand Hiller a break because Brand Hiller was taking care of her. Right. And Brand Hiller just had come in the truth then. Yeah. And so I told her, I said, bring her, send her over. I'll help you take care of her a couple of months. And I did. But she was a hellcat. She was so mean.
Because I heard one time, this is a legendary story that my daddy went over there and he was so dark, she wanted to scrub the black off him.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And Michael tell me that several times.
She wanted to scrub him off, scrub him.
Because all of them was bright, but Michael was the blackest one.
So what she thought she was gonna take his skin?
I don't know. She just was mean.
So Daddy.
Michael didn't go back.
I heard Daddy didn't go back.
No, he didn't go back. He went to stay with Brad Hill.
He went to stay with his other auntie.
Yeah, and every time he go over there, every summer he go over there, he don't go back over to his grandma. He goes to see with Brad.
Yeah, because he was scared of his grandma.
He didn't like Mama Christian.
Yeah.
Because call him black. Well, he was the blackest one. He take her out.
Because she figured I guess she figured everybody else light skinned. Where he come from?
That's right, but Michael, because Michael was the blackest one, really.
Yeah.
And even Kirk was bright when he been over there, but after Kirk been over there and got in that water for a couple of months, he turned black.
He turned dark.
Because I didn't even know Kirk when I went back to get him.
You didn't recognize him?
I didn't recognize him. I said, Daddy, my boy. Veronica said, yes, this your boy. Ooh. Done been in the water all this time, and the boy done turned black. Ooh. I didn't know Kirk.
Wow.
And ever since then, he never did get his color back.
He was light.
Yeah, he was light. He wasn't as light as Bert, but he was light. He was bright and he wasn't bright and Don, because Don was the brightest one, really.
Right.
But Kirk was the dark. Michael and Kirk was the darkest, but Michael wasn't dark at all when I came over there. He had a pretty color.
Kirk, yeah.
But when
you like,
I didn't know the boy. I told Veronica had him. She bringing him to me. Hey, your son. I said, Daddy, my son.
How old do you think he was?
He was about 9 months, a year.
He about a year, a little bit.
Oh, yeah, about a year, a little over a year. But they had him in the water a lot.
Yeah. No sunblock, no nothing.
Yeah, then they came, the boys, because Kirk them loved the water to go over there, bird them. Now, that's one thing. They loved Because the ocean right there, and that's where they play all the time. And my baby got black.
Oh, man.
I said, oh, I didn't see my baby.
Yes, it is.
I said, oh, no, this is my baby.
Because Daddy is actually the darkest one out of all of them.
He's the darkest. He born black.
Yeah, because even Uncle Jeff was kind of like my complexion.
Yeah.
Right? Daddy was the darkest one.
He was the darkest. He take it right after me. Michael take right after me. He the only one take right after me.
That's amazing.
And everybody see him, they say, oh boy, he look just like his mama.
And he does.
And he used to follow his mama just like, I mean, the rest of them didn't, but honey, I couldn't get rid of Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike, no man better not look at me.
To this day.
No, sir, no, honey. He was right. He was just like, Michael was my man. Yeah. But mama was crazy about Mike.
Your mother was.
That's why her and Bert getting the fight all the time. Because Bert didn't even think about hitting Mike. She like that. Oh. Yeah, she could. I told her, I said, Mama, he got to scold him if he doing something. No, he better not hit him. Wow. She didn't allow Bert to even touch Michael.
Wow. So that's when the hell.
And that was got on my nerve a lot too, because Bert couldn't just chastise him. None of his children he couldn't chastise because mama there in the house. Right. And she see that she have a fit. Right. Because he never really got on us like, because we was girls anyhow. So. Because
Daddy was close to you, like I said, your mama. So when she died, is that when Daddy tried to jump in?
Yeah, child.
What was it? What happened now? What happened?
Because mama, she tried to jump over
he tried to jump into the grave. At the funeral.
Yeah, because mama.
He loved her so much.
He loved her so much because she used to take care of him. He had nothing. She take care of him. I couldn't do nothing with Michael. She loved him. Wow. And when she died, he didn't believe it.
He couldn't take it. Wow. Gammie did good. Thank you.
Okay.
Say bye to the camera.
Bye.